Posting only about fitness is exactly what's driving away clients, and it is not the best way to show that you are worth four figures. See, posting just about wellness causes you to blend in, and when you blend in, it is way more difficult to charge more, and it is way more difficult to start landing more clients. If you only post about wellness, you will continue down this loop of begging for clients, taking on more group classes just so you can make an extra buck, and it leaves you stressed out and wondering if you're actually cut out for this work. But when you have a four-figure signature offer, and you get known for that signature offer, and you understand how to take a specific person from point A to point Z, that transformation that they really want to be at, and when you can clearly articulate their struggles and their transformation, then you can start charging a lot of money, start charging what you're worth, take on less clients, take on only the clients that you really want to train. But articulating your value does not mean only talking about fitness, nutrition, recovery all the time. There's much more you need to talk about, and that's the more important stuff. So what do you talk about, you ask? Well, my friends, that is what we're here to talk about on today's podcast. Welcome to the Personal Trainer Business Accelerator Podcast. Let's go! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Personal Trainer Business Accelerator Podcast. I am your host, Matt Mihalik, and I hope you hear me good. I've had some mic issues. I'm on the road traveling, so we're recording this podcast straight into Apple headphones. So I hope it sounds good. And let's get to, okay, side story. Guys, I lost one of my AirPods. I know, this is real first world problems. I lost one the day before my flight. I'm traveling for about a month till I get back to Denver. That is devastating. To lose one, oh man. And it's very hard to find a single replacement. And also, did you know that the Apple Store, the Genius Bar, they only take appointments? You can't just walk into an Apple Store now and just buy stuff. You have to set an appointment. So I tried that the other night, and they're like, nope, you got to set an appointment, and it's 6:30 and we close at 7, so you'll have to come back tomorrow. I'm like, dude, I'm here. I will buy your product. Take my money. I do not understand that at all. Why would you make that customer experience so shitty? I don't know. But anyway, here we are, back in the podcast, and listen up. Y'all save lives, and you all deserve to get paid like it, and that's my mission here to help you. So last week we talked about value, and the reason you're not able to charge as much as you want to and charge that high ticket offer is because not only do your clients not understand the value that you provide because of whatever this weird, perception on personal trainers that people won't pay for it, or like you would never go into a barber and say, well, I'll just take this first one for free. Let's just do one for free. Let's see how it goes. Like, so why is that the way we have to conduct our business as personal trainers? And how come we can't show our value? The fact that we can really change lives, save lives, but we still struggle to pay for it. And a big part of that is not being able to, not only your clients don't see that ultimate value, but you don't believe in yourself. Unfortunately, you don't know that the value that you can provide is worth that high ticket offer. Or maybe you think it is, but you don't know how to show it, so it leads you to kind of shrinking down. And today I want to help you show that value. How can you show that value online so you can start charging more money? And before I go through this, talk a lot about having this four-figure offer, this high-ticket offer, taking your clients from A to Z. And this is what I call this transformative trainer. Taking your clients from A to Z so you can transform their lives, but also when you become a transformative trainer, you transform your own life because you get your time back. You start charging what you're worth, and you can live a life that you truly love. And if you're here just to, take the easy route and say, no, I just want monthly clients, I just want to charge, $100 a month, $200 a month, give them programming, and that's all I ever want for them, then I don't think you're ultimately going to change their life. And then my service is not for you. And that's totally okay. You can find someone else who will teach you how to get more monthly clients, but that's not me. What I want to help you do is transform your clients' lives so that they can be independent, they can live a healthy life and not need you forever. Okay, that's what I do for my clients in business, and that's what I want you to do for your clients with their health and wellness. So, today, I want to talk about providing that value. How can you provide that value online, on your social media, so that you become the obvious solution to your ideal client's problems? And here's the thing. Posting only about fitness and health is exactly what is driving clients away. And it is the exact reason why you're not able to show the value that you're worth. Okay, so I'll say that again. Posting only about fitness is exactly what's driving clients away. And it is not the best way to show your value, to show that you're worth 4 figures. Okay, we need to post way more about fitness, health, wellness. We're always workouts, how to do this workout. Here's my workout of the day. Oh, fitness. Let's educate them on nutrition. Let's educate them on nutrition. All of this stuff is now causing you to blend in with everyone else in the industry. And I tell my clients this all the time. People aren't going to hire you because you're the best personal trainer or the best nutritionist or whatever that is. They're going to hire you for you because they like you. And I know if you've listened to me, you've heard other people talk about this, the know, like, and trust factor. You want to get people to know you, like you, and trust you. Yes, they will trust you from a lot of the fitness stuff you're putting out. Okay? But how do they get to know you and like you? And that's how, ultimately, that's the reason why people are going to work with you. I'm not the best business coach. There are better ones out there. But people work with me because they like me. And I've done that through posting a lot, or not only posting about business tactics. I know you guys want lead generation and sales and how do I, charge more, which we're talking about today. But there's a lot more to it than just showing that you're the best at your craft. Okay, so if you continue to only post about workouts, only fitness, only nutrition, and all this stuff, only wellness, you're going to blend in with the crowd. And when you blend in with the crowd, you're going to constantly be hunting for more clients, which is a big problem. I want more clients. I want more clients. I want more clients. Why don't we take care of the clients we have? But you can't do that because you're not charging enough. You're not charging enough because you've never shown your value. So let's fix this loop, this endless loop of trying to get more clients or coaching more group classes because, that's the easy money. But for getting $20 a class, $30 a class, it's not enough, especially when you're staying before, staying after. It's that burnt out trainer mentality, and I want to help you break out of this. So there are three ways that I speak to this inside the PTPA. 3 kind of social media pillars, we'll call them. 3 pillars. I should probably know that, right? There are 3 pillars inside the PTPA that I talk about on how to showcase your value on social media. I'm not going to teach that to you today. And I'll tell you why, because that's going to take 4 or 5 hours. None of you will listen to a 4 or 5 hour course. What I want to do, the whole point of this podcast, is to give you actionable items to take away that you can implement right now. What I am going to do is teach you how to get set up for those 3 pillars. So inside the PTPA, we have these 3 pillars. But inside the PTPA, I also show you how to get set up for those 3 pillars to make them super easy to talk about on social media. So instead of going into those 3 pillars and recording a very long podcast, I'm going to help you get set up. If you can nail the setup, then honestly, you don't need those 3 pillars. Honestly, they're more like tactics anyway. What I want to give to you is more of the framework, the blueprint to how you would talk about those tactics. Okay, so if we can nail the setup, then this is how we're going to show our value. And it's not by showing them we're the best personal trainer or by talking about fitness, nutrition over and over. Here's what it's going to look like. You want to take your client from A to Z. And again, if you don't want to do that, this is not the place for you. And that's totally fine. And if you watched my last Instagram live on Monday, the 8th or the 9th, August 8th or 9th, we talked about my previous self. If you're going to develop a high-ticket offer, the best way to do that, and niching down, the best way to do that is to target yourself 3, 4, 5 years ago. Now, we talked about myself when I was 16 years old and kind of growing up and the path that I took. I was in a lot of different phases, right? When I'm 16, that's a different phase than when I'm in college, different phase than when I'm, a civil engineer and a professional. We want to get specific on who exactly we're targeting. So I'm going to use Matt at 16 years old. And Matt at 16 years old worked out. He's been working out consistently for 2 years, but he's always skipping leg day. And he's a baseball player. And all he wanted to do is hit more home runs. He was the small guy. He was always the small guy growing up. He was the fast shortstop, batting leadoff. But Matt wanted to hit for some power. He wanted to hit home runs. He wanted to be the MVP on the team. He wants to throw further and faster and all this stuff. So let's get into what that looks like for your client. I want you to picture your ideal client and it's probably you 3, 4, 5 years ago. And what does that person want? So we're going to start with the struggle. What current struggles do they have? Okay, so if you're driving, maybe pause it and watch this at home. Listen to this at home. If you can take notes, take notes. I want you to write their struggle. What is their struggle at the top of the page? And then we're going to talk about their external struggle. Their external struggle has to be a tangible thing. What tangible thing are they struggling with that we could actually see? If you were going to record a video of them, what can you see? Are they overweight? Are they alone on Saturday? What are they dealing with? What is their big struggle? What do they want? What can we see? So for Matt, 16 years old, skipping leg day, it's smaller legs. He's got small legs. Or at batting practice, he's one-hopping the fence every time. He's never really hitting home runs. He's one-hopping the fence. His bat speed's a little slow. He's never pulling the ball. He's always hitting the opposite field. He's just small in general, right? I said he's always been the small guy. So he's small. I can see that on video. That's his external pain point. That is tangible. I can see that. Matt wants to be the big guy, but he's not. He's small. He's skipping leg day. He's one-hopping the fence. Maybe he's not throwing the ball from the outfield all the way to home plate, which he really wants to do. If he had more leg strength, he could do all these things. So that's the external, tangible struggle that Matt, at 16-year-old, is dealing with. What is the internal struggle? How do they feel about themselves because of this? So I want you to get a little specific here. So if you're saying my client feels stuck, cool, everyone feels stuck. If you say my client feels stuck, and anybody could say that about anyone, 50-year-old feels stuck, a 12-year-old, they probably don't care. A mom feels stuck, an athlete feels stuck. Everyone can feel stuck, but what is that thing? So for me, how do I feel inside? I feel like I might never reach my full potential as a baseball player. I feel like I'm, just middle of the pack on the team, and I want to be the MVP. I want so badly for that. So my internal struggle is feeling like I never live up to that full potential. Okay, that's how I feel inside. Or I feel weak and small. And that kind of goes back to external a little bit, but it's different, right? When you feel weak and small mentally, that's different than physically feeling weak and small. Let's go, same idea there, okay? So we have our external struggle, something you tangibly see. Then we have our internal struggle. How do they feel about that external struggle? And then we have the consequence of this staying the same. So what is the consequence of me always being small, feeling small, one-hopping the fence, not being the best player on the team? The external consequence is not getting recruited for college, going to a lesser college because maybe my grades aren't the best, so I'm relying on my athletic ability, which also isn't the best. But I love baseball. And if I could just be a better baseball player, maybe I will get into that college. If I don't get into college, I'll have regrets. I don't have the friends that I want. I can't get the girl that I want because I think that if I were hitting home runs, I would land the girl. Right? These are all consequences of me not fulfilling or staying inside of that struggle that I have right now. Okay, so we have our struggle, external consequence, internal consequence, external problem, internal problem, and then the consequence because of those things. Now we're going to go to Z. That's A. They're at A right now. We're going to take them to Z. Z is the transformation. So we're going to do the same exercise. The external transformation. What is it that they want so badly? Right? So for Matt at 16 years old, it's hitting 10 home runs in a season. Never hit any. I want to hit 10 this year. Okay, it's being the MVP on the team. Faster, stronger, more RBIs, more home runs, more strikeouts when I'm pitching. All that stuff. Throwing the ball harder. You can see all these things. You can see me hitting home runs. You can see me getting down to first base faster. You can see me throwing the ball harder. Okay, you can see me looking bigger, stronger, sexier. Because let's not forget, that's probably what also Matt wants at 16 years old is, I want girls to think I'm the sexiest guy out here. Okay, so those are external transformation, where we are trying to get to, and you can see that on video. You can physically, tangibly see that. Then we have our internal transformation. What happens when I start hitting home runs? I'm looking sexier. Okay, I always ask my clients, on sales calls, I say, hey, if I had a magic wand and you can get rid of all of these struggles, how does that feel? If you get rid of all these struggles and have all these things that you really want, hitting 10 home runs. How does that feel inside? I go, wow, it feels incredible. I feel empowered. I feel sexy. I feel like I can have what I want. I feel more confident. All those things, right? That's the internal state that we now feel because we have gotten that external result. And then finally, what is the ripple effect of getting those things? So now that I'm hitting home runs, now that I feel more confident, what's the ripple effect? That I get recruited by the colleges, right? It's almost the opposite of the consequence. I get recruited by the colleges. I have a better future for my life. Yeah, there's probably a life outside of baseball. Well, if I get drafted to a better school, I don't necessarily believe this nowadays, but we'll go with that narrative. That's what Matt at 16 thought, right? So we want to meet them where they're at. I'm not going to tell Matt, don't go to school, right? That's what I believe now at 31 and having gone through some shit. But Matt at 16, I want to meet them where they're at. They want to go to college. They want to get recruited by a better school so they can have a better future. And if they have a better future, and maybe they play well in college, and now they're more popular, they look better, so they get the girl, they have the best college experience ever, filled with teammates and camaraderie. We go back to that consequence, that's what he doesn't have. He doesn't get drafted for college, or for baseball in college, so he doesn't live to his full potential. Right, and the opposite of that is going to that better college, having that better future, having better friends, the girl, all those things. Okay? That's it, guys. If you can focus on where they're at, what are they struggling with, and you can speak to those things very specifically. So, right, if we go through this, and I show up on social media and I say, Matt, whatever, I say, high school athletes, you've always been the small guy. Even at batting practice, you're two-hopping the fence, the bigger teammates, who are your friends, they're all better than you. They love to tease you about it. Matt's more likely to hit an inside the park home run than one over the fence. They're teasing you about these things, right? You can speak to that and say, what would it be like to be more consistent? You're skipping leg day. What if you were hammering leg day and you had stronger legs, which produce bigger power through the torque in your swing to hit balls further? Let me show you how to do that. Right? If I say, do you feel like you just can't be consistent in the gym, hitting leg day? You're never going to amount to your full potential, and you'll never get recruited to the colleges you want. Do you see the difference here when I speak to that and me as Matt at 16 years old reading that, or maybe they're watching a TikTok that says that, right? Because that's where the 16-year-olds are at right now. You see the difference in me seeing content like that compared to, here's how to do a proper squat. Keep your core tight, knees out. No one gives a shit. Nobody cares. Yes, you will give them that. You'll teach them how to squat properly inside your program. But we're selling them what they want. Because when we talk about the struggle, people are, what's the word I'm looking for? Not prone. People are, you're wired. That's what I wanted. You're wired to avoid pain and struggle. You're wired for it. So when you speak to these pains, and when you're so specific on it, and now you get people start thinking, here's the key. Holy shit, Matt's inside my head. 16-year-old Matt reads posts like this and go, fuck, Matt's inside my head. Yeah, I'm not that confident. I wish I was the bigger guy. I can't grow a beard. You can speak to that, right? Can't grow a beard. That makes me feel small. The other teammates, the dudes who are jacking home runs, have beards and they're huge, and why not me? So you start speaking that and you go, holy shit, Matt's inside my head. All I want to do is hit more home runs, throw harder. I want to be the MVP so bad. There's something I'm missing. See, without you ever saying anything about your program or your offer, look how much value you're providing. And if we go back to the Lambo example that I talked about last episode, the Lambo, what does that provide? The value is that, yeah, it's a $250,000 car. But when someone drives that, what does that show? The value is that it shows that you're probably a millionaire. And it costs less than $1 million, but only millionaires drive Lambos, right? That's the perception. That's the value that driving a Lamborghini has. Okay, so if you can nail this setup, and you can speak to all of this stuff, then you don't really need those three tactics. You do. Listen, you do, because I'll tell you why. You don't not need that, right? But if we have this set up, this is a very good start. You can start taking steps towards showing your value. But there are, of course, ways that we speak to this. Ways that we can show you don't just throw down external, internal, and the consequence of their struggles, and then you talk about the external, internal, and the ripple effect, and then it's all jumbled. There's specific ways to do this and doing it well, but this is a way we can get outside of just talking about fitness and just talking about nutrition and health and wellness all the time, but instead talking about their internal struggles and pain points, their internal and external desires, and what that's costing them, and by solving that problem, what that's going to get them. And get clear on that, we are showing our value times a million. This is one of the biggest things. If you can master this, you can master anything. You make yourself the obvious solution to your client's problems. And when you make yourself the obvious solution to your ideal client's problems, where are they going to go when they finally realize that I need a personal trainer? Whose service are they going to ask for? Spoiler alert, it's yours. Okay? Alright guys, if you enjoyed that, join me. Join me on my Instagram Lives Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I always say 2 p.m. Mountain because that's where I live, but it confuses people. 4 p.m. Eastern every Monday evening for the next few Mondays. I don't know if I'll do this forever, but what we're going to do here, no sale. There's no sale at the end of this. I just want to teach you how you can create your high ticket offer. And this is a big part of it, showing this value. So if you like this, join me Mondays at 4, and we will lock down that high ticket offer so you can show your value, so you can start charging more money, so you're no longer the burnt out personal trainer looking for more clients, not charging enough, trying to get more group classes, fucking asking people for, selling people 8-packs, and then hopefully I sell them again. No. We're going to get very clear on our business, okay? That's it. Join me Instagram Live. No sale. I'm not selling you anything on the Instagram Lives. I will eventually. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to sell you eventually. But right now, I want you to get crystal clear on this offer so that you can start making more money. So you can continue to change your lives and not revert back to, oh God, I'm going to have to get another job one day. Or I'm not cut out for this. I don't want that. You are cut out for this. You just haven't learned the business side of this. And that's what I'm here for. All right? Enough rambling. Personal trainers save lives. And they deserve to get paid like it. Let's make sure you do. Peace out. Much love.